Bringing it home. So closing the deal. Right before you close the deal, whether it's closing with your attorney or you're closing with your title company, these are a few items that you need to do prior to close. Typically within 72 to 48 hours of close, you want to have all these things lined up. We're going to review them here. Get your notepad, pen ready. Let's dive in. All right, so we're bringing it home to closing the deal. This is when you are a few days out, five business days out from closing the deal. You want to make sure you have your builder's risk insurance policy in order. A lot of times your lender will dictate what the policy that they require to close the deal. Sometimes it is replacement cost and liability insurance and builder's risk insurance. When you talk to an insurance broker, they're going to know exactly what you need. If they don't, then just reach out to us. We're going to provide you with a contact that we use. He is very cost effective. He is very reliable. He communicates well and he gets back very fast, and he's going to get you the best rate. He is very relationship driven, which we love relationship driven businesses because we can grow together and we're not going to get screwed on pricing. So we'll provide that to you. If you already know somebody, great. Always shop around. That's always something that we advocate with. It's contractors, realtors, no matter what. Cash to close. Ensure that you're communicating with your lender what the cash to close amount is. If you're working with an attorney and title company, they'll probably provide you with cash to close amount. The challenging part of this is they will tell you 48 hours before close what cash to close is. I mean, there's been occasions where Sagar and I have had to come up with $100K because a property didn't appraise out. This is when we first started, when we were working with hard money lenders. It's important that you know these numbers. The underwriting spreadsheet is going to help articulate how much and communicate how much cash to close is going to be. There is a deviation in there. Just be prepared. Don't be shocked if it's an extra $10,000, $5,000, or if it's $5,000 less, $10,000 less. This is simply just a range and a guideline to communicate to you and make sure that you have an expectation of what to bring cash to close. It's important you have those numbers though. Okay. When you are closing the property, either day before or the same day, you're going to communicate with your real estate agent, but also a second contractor, right? This is an opportunity for your second GC or third GC, if two haven't walked it already, to get into the property and give you a quote. Allocate enough time, maybe an hour or two before your closing is scheduled, to walk it with your general contractor. This is the final walkthrough where you ensure the property is left in the condition as you viewed it, right? If you didn't do a dumpster clause and there was a lot of shit in the property, personal property specifically, you go to the closing table and all of it's still there and you didn't communicate a dumpster clause, well then that's their personal property that they're burdening you with, so you can ask for seller credit. We did this up in Enfield, Connecticut, where the seller communicated everything was going to be gone at close and everything wasn't gone at close. We ended up getting $9,000 seller credit because it was a lot of stuff, right? So it's important you do a final walkthrough. Pipes can burst, roofs can leak. There's a lot of things that can happen prior to close, from you seeing the property, getting under contract, doing the inspection, to closing. There's going to be a window where a lot can happen, so you want to ensure that nothing happened within that time period. So you're buying something that you didn't account for when you did your rehab budget, right? Such as a hoarder leaving all their personal property left behind, right? That's something that you didn't negotiate in the contract. If you didn't include the dumpster clause, that's something that you can ask for seller credit on. That amongst other things as well. The final walkthrough with your agent and GC, obviously that's what we just discussed. The property left in exactly how you saw or the same condition. Again, very important you do that. And then once again, change over utilities. Can't emphasize it enough. You don't want your general contractor to start the work and then contact you that the power's off because you forgot to switch over utilities. It's a minute point, but it's a very important point. Don't give your contractor an excuse to delay the project, right? Control the controllables.